Welcome to the series you didn't know you wanted, called Spirit Needs to Turn Her Brain Back On so that she can be an actual student when she decides to go back to school, probably in the upcoming year. And they say the best way to know that you've learned something is to be able to describe it and explain it to someone. So you've just signed up for Budget Justice, and we are only in like chapter 1 and the introduction. But the author's argument so far in this book is that cities claim to have transparent budgets, have these open processes where residents can kind of come into the city, look to see what their lawmakers are doing, and comment on what they'd like to see. But if we're being honest, it's really opaque, really difficult to follow what's happening and to be able to make an educated comment or impact about what's about to happen in your community. And so what the author is saying, that a lot of times when it comes to budget cuts, cities are like, we're just going to cut this, we're going to cut this, we're going to cut this, to say that they cut dollars without actually using the two brain cells that the Lord gave them to see what are the downfall impacts of cutting this particular piece of the budget. And does it actually save us more money in the long term? Which, of course, it usually doesn't, because ultimately it's always the individuals that can't really afford it that end up having to pay more, which means that more dollars end up having to go into other social service projects, resources to ensure that these families become more stable. And that's all we have for day 1. Now, to add a little critical thinking to it all, just thinking through the intentionality, the evidence-based practices and research that should be applied to solve a lot of solutions takes time. So I'm really interested in seeing if the author has solutions to how we don't spend so much time in trying to find evidence-based solutions while always being under a time crunch, because budgets have to be voted on and things can't move until budgets are voted on and just things like that. So I'm interested to see what she says.